You ready for me to start, I guess? Is there somebody else that's doing anything?
Okay. You can go ahead and start off.
Okay. Good softball game for us. Obviously, really proud of our offense. I thought from the first inning, we had opportunities and it just took us a moment to get them through. Ruby kept them at bay, allowed us to kind of just feel our way through and go. Really proud of the way this team just came out here with a sense of urgency and did some really nice stuff. My seniors just reminded me that this was their first Big 12 win. My juniors told me the same thing, which means we've sucked the last 3 years. So hats off to this team for making that happen. And a lot of good stuff. This is a real team that we get production up and down the lineup, and it's just cool to coach them. It's a lot of fun. So
yesterday, earlier this week, we talked about Rosie's ability for clutch hits. She came through with that big single up the middle, and then we didn't talk about Amanda, but it seems like she has that same ability to come through at clutch times with the base hits. Just how big were those 2 hits in the 5th inning?
Yeah, it was great. And what happened too was Karli right before them. You know what I mean? And JL, JL turned the lineup over 3 times. And when that happens, it allows people like Claire Tim and Karli and Rosie to have these opportunities, So hats off to the girls at the bottom that turned this thing over and did some really good stuff. But Rosie's just Rosie, she just does her deal. She's pretty steady Eddie, and it's fun to watch.
Karli, did you feel as an offense it was a matter of time that a ball was going to go through a gap or find, JL had the one and you had bases loaded and, couldn't capitalize, but you guys had runners on. Did you just feel like it was going to crack open at some point?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like even from the first inning, we had some really good at-bats and kind of just got unlucky in some situations, but I think the cool thing about this team is that there's never a doubt. Like, even through 5, at least for me, there was never a doubt that we were going to get some runs across, and I'm pretty sure everybody kind of feels the same way.
Ruby, how did you feel? You're obviously one hitter, so it's an obvious question, but how did you feel you performed?
Yeah, I felt pretty good about it. Kind of just riding the wave of where I'm at right now, and it's been working for me, so I'm just trying to stick to what I've been doing, and yeah, it's been pretty steady, so just trying to stay right where I'm at.
Your defense made some nice plays for you today. What do you say about your fielders?
They're awesome. I mean, when I can pitch to contact, and I don't know how many pitches I threw, but it didn't feel like very many.
92.
Yeah, which is slow for me. I love to have a high pitch count. So whenever I can keep that pitch count low and pitch to contact, and they just do their jobs and I do mine, it makes it pretty easy.
We've asked this question before. Did you know the no-hitter was in play going into the
Yeah,
7th?
of course I did. And I threw a ball down the middle, and it gets pieced through the infield, and that's pitching if you let it get to you and start to think about it. I mean, it's hard it's impossible not to think about it. I mean, everybody knows. But, I mean, execution's still the goal. The goal wasn't the no-hitter. So I didn't execute. The no-hitter doesn't happen. Falls back on me, but it's still a shutout, so I'll take it.
Kenny, I think this was the 3rd time this year that Madison's had more than one at-bat in the game. Just sort of how did you feel she handled the extra workload?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's handled it well. It's we had a little incident with Tia, got a little banged up here in practice, and I just looked at Hoff. I said, "Hey, you're going to play right field," and she kind of gave me that look, like, okay. And so we just kind of, through BP, we just kind of worked with her. Shy and I did in our outfield, and just said, "Hey, we're going to play a little deeper." She comes in fine, doesn't go back great, so just try to put her in a spot to be great there. And just to help our team, and but she just has these big at bats. Like she hits the ball hard. She's playing with nothing to lose. She's a freshman. She looks like she's playing like she's 8. I don't know why she would be leaving her early at second base. So that's a freshman in a big moment in a bunch situation that's trying to get a little far off. So just learning those things, but. I mean, Madison's pretty awesome kid, and obviously he's really hot right now, and Tia hasn't done anything wrong. She's just banged up, so that's why she got the chances. And every time she gets the chances, she's doing good stuff. Hit 2 balls hard, and I think kind of had a hard turn at first and forced their kid in right field to kind of maybe bobble a ball and go to 2. Just doing some great things, and it's cool to see her have the success.
Karli, earlier in the at-bat when you hit the homer, you would hit a couple of missiles foul. Were you feeling pretty dialed in at that point?
Yeah, I was. I actually came back into the dugout, and I was like, honestly, I think just the mindset I had about what she was throwing me, and then, just kind of having an idea of what she was going to throw me next, kind of, helped me stay through that ball and be on time for it. So, yeah, I was definitely feeling pretty good going into that last pitch.
You mentioned Madison. That's a teaching moment when you leave a base early. Is it also a teaching moment for Amanda when you get to second, the ball's lodged? You're waving crazy for her to go to third. Is that a teaching moment this late in the season too?
Oh yeah, I pulled our whole team up when there was a break there when they were doing that challenge to see if the ball was fair or foul. And I brought all the hitters up and I said, look, just because the defender has her arms up, like I saw the whole ball. They could have overturned that if they saw something else. I saw the whole ball, so I was like, let's go. And she was celebrating, doing her dance. He said she could have scored. Actually, she would have scored if she would have just taken off, because we all teach our kids that if you think the ball's lodged, just put your hands up. So I just brought him up and said, hey, look, if that happens again and you can get to a third, go. And so I was trying to waver. But yeah, we're still coaching. Coaching is a nonstop deal. Like, it doesn't end, and we'll coach these guys until the last pitch, and that's what it's all about.
For Coach and Karli, what's it like when Ruby's been pitching the way she's been pitching? Coach Hogue just said she's the best pitcher, not only in the Big 12, but one of the best pitchers in the country. What's it like when she's as locked in as she's been now for a while, coaching her and playing behind her?
I think I saw that somebody said a couple days ago, like, everyone on that field knows that we have a chance to win when she's on the mound, and it just makes you, as hard as she works and as good as she's been, it makes you want to do everything you can for her, being behind her. And like I said, you're crazy if you think that you're not going to win with her there, and just makes you want to make the plays even more. So.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, I think that's probably how Utah feels with Mastretti too. Like, she's really good, man. Like, she's tough. I didn't think we would score 7 runs here today. I didn't. I thought it would just be a little bit tighter game, and we were just able to make some things happen and get some big hits. But when you have kids like this, and we've had a lot of them here, to be very frank, I can go through the list. We've had a bunch of them here, and it's why this program's been very successful. I've had good pitching coaches. I've had great pitchers. And more importantly, I've had great workers. This is one of the most elite workers I've ever coached, and I've talked about that this whole year. This is one of the most elite workers as a hitter. Sometimes too much over here, sometimes too much over here as well. They need to take a break at times too, you know what I mean? And when you have people that do the right things, they prepare right, they're worried about what they eat, how they sleep, they're worried about their teammates. When Madison Hoffman has hit a couple big hits this year, the first one that's grabbed her is this kid here. They're great friends, but they're like, it's just what this is all about. And so it's a joy to coach them. I'll go down with these guys every day because I know that these guys are about Oklahoma State. They're about the Cowgirl way. It's why they came here. It's what makes you very, very proud to coach kids like this. It's just like, makes it easy, makes it a lot of fun.
Was there any talk that maybe you'd done enough already to host a regional, or did you come in here with mindset saying, hey, let's go win a couple and don't leave a doubt in the committee's mind?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that. I don't think there's any doubt that we're going to host. I think our resume speaks for itself. So I'm not, look, I came in this thing looking to win this game. And if we didn't, I looked at it as we're going to go home and get extra rest. I wasn't about to not throw her. I think she'd have killed me if I said, you're not going to pitch. My team probably would have killed me too. So, but honestly, like, I just, we're not worried about what's out of our hands. We're worried about what's under our feet, what's in front of us, and now we're going to worry about Arizona or Arizona State. That's it, and we'll go back to the hotel and talk as a staff about what we want to do tomorrow with the pitching. But we're going to come out and try to win, and that's the bottom line. And but I'm not even worried about hosting. I think we're hosting. I thought we had an outside chance to be a top 8, until we lost to Kansas. Now, I understand that things would have had to kind of fall our way too, but I think we had an outside chance with the way we sit and the way who we beat and how hot we've been in the last month.